This program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Welcome to our show. I'm Carol LeBeau, and in the coming half hour, you're going to hear about Toward Maximum Independence, otherwise known as TMI. It's an inspirational organization that for more than 30 years has been helping people with developmental disabilities live as independently as possible. Now, one of the ways TMI does this is by working with local employers to provide clients with real jobs for real pay. Coming up, we'll be talking with a TMI client currently employed at Camp Pendleton. But first, let's take a look at some of TMI's other clients on the job. Abel's workday starts much like yours and mine. He gets himself ready and rushes to get to his job on time. He's thrilled to go to work and loves what he does. But having the opportunity to work isn't something Abel can take for granted.
Hi guys, how you been? How's your weekend?
Without Toward Maximum Independence, Abel and hundreds more like him in San Diego, like Chad, wouldn't enjoy such life-changing opportunities.
$2.50.
Chad and Abel are among the estimated 1 in 6 people born with a developmental disability, a condition that impacts them physically, mentally, or both. But that doesn't mean they aren't capable.
I look forward to coming to work every single day and giving my A game.
Since 1981, the programs offered by Toward Maximum Independence have touched thousands of lives.
And good morning to you, ma'am. How you doing?
Real choices, real possibilities isn't just the organization's motto. It's a fundamental belief brought to life by staff every day for people like Calvin.
It's very important that people with disabilities find acceptance within our society. You know, someone who's unusual looking or speaks in a way that's hard to understand has a really tough time in our society. We're striving for those people to be accepted and for folks in the world to realize that they have wants, needs, desires, ambitions, and that there's a place for them in the broader community.
There are a lot of misconceptions about hiring people with developmental disabilities, but in fact, our folks have been really successful in the workplace. They have a great work ethic. They want to go to work. They're there every day on time, and there's a very low turnover rate.
When Calvin first started here, almost a year ago, he was hired in as a courtesy clerk. He was always asking for more, always asking for new promotion, and wanted to know what the next thing was that was coming up. He recently learned how to work the bread wall, so he helps out our bakery department with stocking bread early in the morning. And there's, the sky's the limit for Calvin. There's nothing he can't do.
Working hand in hand with employers to help people with disabilities reach their full potential are job coaches.
I help Abel not only with his job support, but I think also as a bridge of communication for his support members, which includes his managers, even his family. I think job coach is an important bridge of communication with them and advocacy as well. The impact of TMI on Abel's life is unmistakable. Without it, I think he probably wouldn't have discovered all his abilities and more things that he can do.
Happy birthday to you. You want milk with that? You've got it.
It's a win-win for Chad because he gets to work and have a solid job. He's incredibly dependable, and it teaches him lifelong skills. He'll be always employable with what he has learned through TMI.
And thank you very much for coming.
And that's just a taste of the work of TMI. We're going to learn a lot more, and we're joined in studio right now by Brent Ramsey from TMI's North County office, who supports 21 clients that TMI has helped place in jobs at Camp Pendleton and Oceanside. And we have Kim Kramer, who is one of those TMI clients. currently employed at Camp Pendleton. Kim, Brent, welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's just a thrill to meet you both. And Brent, I'll start with you because you have a fascinating job, a unique job. What led you to this field of work?
Well, I think just the overall drive to help people. I moved out here in 1983 from Illinois. I started working in the camp programs for a program called Camp A Lot, and my sister was able to help me procure the job, so I've never looked back since then. It's very, very satisfying.
It is satisfying.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Now, in the video, we saw a number of examples of the kind of work that TMI's clients perform. Could you share with us a little bit about the specific types of jobs that they do at Camp Pendleton?
Yes, we have folks who work in food service. They do janitorial work there. We also have people who work in the commissary, which is the grocery store at Camp Pendleton there, and they stock the shelves at nighttime. And we also have, in Kim's situation, janitorial crews going around cleaning the various administrative buildings.
All important work.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, to clarify, are you the one, Brent, who actually matches a TMI client to his or her job?
Yes, I am. Initially, I'll receive a referral from the San Diego Regional Center for a person who wants to get work services. I meet with them, I pre-screen them in advance, and I talk with them about the types of things they want to do work-wise, and then from there go out and talk with employers about making that right job match. So there's a lot of work initially to get to know the person. I think that's important that whoever I'm going to place in a job, that I know them well. So when I talk to an employer, I can bring them a person who wants to go to work for them.
Right, because you're working with someone with a disability of some sort, so it's got to be kind of a delicate dance sometimes.
Absolutely, it is. Yes.
I know you work with an organization called Job Options. It's kind of a reciprocal relationship that you have with them. Could you discuss how that works?
Yes, Job Options is another nonprofit program. They procure federal work contracts, and they vary throughout the state as well as the nation. But our relationship with TMI and Job Options has been great for a number of years because they're able to provide us the work, and in return, we can provide them the people who want to go to work.
Wonderful relationship. All right, Kim, it's your turn. I understand that you have an anniversary coming up, that you've worked at Camp Pendleton now for almost 3 years. When's your anniversary?
April the 19th.
April the 19th. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That is a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
What is your job title?
I clean the buildings, and I do the bathrooms, the trash, the floor cleaning, the mopping, and the sweeping outside, and
so janitorial work.
Yeah.
Well, it's very important work. Plenty to do, keeps you busy, doesn't it? Yeah. What do you like most about your job?
I like most about my job because I have a lot of friends and a lot of customers like me and everything else.
Would you be willing to share with us what your disability is, Kim?
My disability is I can't read and write.
But everything else is good.
Yeah, everything else is normal. I just can't read and write. Everything else.
So tell me this: if you find yourself in a situation where you do need to read something and you can't, is there someone there who can help?
Yeah, like Andy, or like any employees will help me, or like my boss or somebody will help me. Everything else.
So everybody works pretty much together?
Yeah.
What's the toughest part of your job? I understand you have to get up pretty early. I know that would be tough for me.
The tough part is doing floor cleaning, like dusting and everything else, and I don't like that.
Who does? No. Really? Back to you, Brent. I have a quick question for you. We saw in the video a person referred to as a job coach. Does Kim have a job coach, and how does that all work?
Yes, the job coach, and she mentioned Andy is Kim's job coach. Job coach is a vital role to the site. It really makes or breaks it in a lot of ways. They're there to make sure that the quality of work is being completed, the person is supported on the job. They're there as an advocate, a mentor, a coach, someone who wants to help and make sure that the quality of work is being completed, and they're great. Job coaches are vital to our program, as well as the people that we support.
Is it a one-on-one relationship typically?
It can be. It can be a one-on-three or a one-on-one, either one.
So critically important there.
Absolutely.
There certainly have been a number of barriers that organizations working with developmentally disabled adults have had to put up with. Tell us about some of the misconceptions, the common misconceptions that employers have about hiring people with developmental disabilities?
Yes, I think the biggest thing is that an employer needs just an education, I think, and also giving people a chance to go to work. I think safety at times is something that is something that they think about, but really we dispel those myths over the years of just the people who are in their jobs for long periods of time. They want to go to work, they have great attendance, they have the desire to go to work, and plus they want to give back to the community at the same time.
Yeah, and I think that's something that folks truly don't understand, that your clients are great employees.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. They're what they call an untapped labor pool of people who want to go to work, and that's the best part about it.
And happy at their jobs most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, could you tell me how TMI has helped you to become successful at your job?
The TMI has been very good for me because of jobs, and also they're going to support me, like if I want to live by myself. Like if I want to live by myself and have my own place and teach me how to write the check or ride the bus or do groceries and everything else. And it's just been a great program and everything else.
So if you have a question or a fear about something,
yes.
there's a place for you to go to get help.
Yep.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
That's just great. Brent, why is it important that folks with developmental disabilities have real jobs for real pay?
Well, it's the right thing to do, Carol, it really is, because we believe that people should be paid commensurate wage for the hard work that they do. We don't pay anybody below minimum wage, and we have people who work way above minimum wage. But it's a philosophical base that we believe that people should pay for the hard work they do. Kim makes a very good hourly rate. She works hard for it, and she's compensated for it.
And it is, as you said, the right thing. There's a moral component almost to this.
Without question it is. It's the right thing to do.
Anything else you'd like to share about what's important to you about your position?
My position is just getting the word out there about what we can do for the public as far as employers are concerned. That's the big thing. If employers would be willing to listen and sit down and talk about how they can implement a program such as our, we're available at all times for that. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Kim, Brent, I sure appreciate the enlightening conversation that we've had here. I've learned a lot. We hope you plan to stay tuned for the second half of our show. We'll be back after this break with more people whose lives have been touched by TMI, including a mom whose son is a TMI client. Stay with us.
Now is our time to work as one. To create something beautiful. To start again. To ease a burden. To provide hope where there was none. There's so many ways to create the good. What will you do?
Start creating the good by visiting iparticipate.org.
What will you do when you hear your calling? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
Welcome back. We're talking with Toward Maximum Independence, or TMI, an organization that helps people with developmental disabilities live as independently as possible. We've got some guests coming up that you'll really enjoy hearing from. But first, let's learn just a little bit more about TMI and its work in our community. Performing real work for real pay allows people with disabilities to enjoy full and equal participation in society. For clients of Toward Maximum Independence, it's not just about having a job, it's about having a life.
I like that. I love my shredding.
The impact that TMI has had on Sean is that I'm realizing that he has more ability than he has disability. He's learning things that I never thought possible. He feels better about himself. I have such respect for him. I'm learning so much more about him and what he's capable of that I never thought he was capable of before. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience for us as a family.
Are you going to be in the video, Mom? Yeah. Cool. For you. Yeah, for me.
Just as Toward Maximum Independence is there to support Sean, Calvin, Chad, and Abel every step of the way at work, They're there to help people with disabilities live as independently as possible at home, too. When Laverne came to Toward Maximum Independence, she was homeless and in need of a safe environment. They helped her find an apartment and matched her with a roommate.
I feel like someone is helping me, taking care of me, and I just want to be safe. I thank TMI for getting me off the streets and being by my side, and they've been here when I need them, and I love them completely.
Sometimes young children and teens with developmental disabilities need Toward Maximum Independence to match them with a supportive family experience through its foster care services.
Our foster care program provides a loving, family-like environment for kids whose families couldn't care for them or became unable to. We provide intensive social work support, and we have mental health consultants who provide behavioral consultation so that we can help these kids develop the most adaptive lifestyle that they can have and move them toward progress in education and toward becoming fully functional adults.
Supporting families in need and those in need of a family, nurturing life skills and providing a safe home, fostering job skills and providing employment. Toward Maximum Independence empowers people with disabilities to realize their full human potential as proud, productive members of their community.
The consumers we work with are really just like everybody else. They want a comfortable home, people to love them, enjoyable leisure activities. They want to be as successful as they can be in their vocational pursuits. And they want to be in a community where they can feel they really fit in. They are really just like you and me.
I'm just like you.
I like you.
I'm just like you. I'm just like you.
I'm just like you.
You can help Toward Maximum Independence make an even bigger difference. To learn how, give us a call or visit our website. Now, if you were watching closely, you might have recognized our next guests from the footage we just saw. Kirby Wolander is TMI's executive director, and he's joined today by Diana Papworth, who is a mom to Sean, whose $1 million smile we also saw in that video. So Kirby, Diana, welcome, and it's a pleasure to meet you both.
Thank you so much.
You too.
Kirby, I understand TMI has been in existence for 30 years. So that means 30 years ago, there was some void that needed to be filled. What was the need?
The need was that people with developmental disabilities weren't getting all the services that were required for them to live full and productive lives. So the state passed a law saying that the state of California should pay for those services to be provided. And we started off just with a program to help people with disabilities live on their own, and have grown to be a multi-million-dollar agency. We're now a $10 million agency with over 200 employees, providing 2 levels of vocational services, community living services, and a foster care program for kids with disabilities.
And just really helping out a lot of folks.
We're changing a lot of lives.
Wonderful. As executive director, what's the toughest part of your job?
I think dealing with funding issues. The biggest challenge is that, most of our money comes from the state, and California has been in this ongoing fiscal crisis. So they've cut the rates they pay us, and so we're really making a major effort now to get better known in the community and to encourage community members to support us financially.
So do you think even after all this time that the word still needs to get out there that this organization exists and that people with developmental disabilities are really contributing to our community?
Yes, there's no question about it. Our experience over the years has been that people with developmental disabilities can make a significant contribution to the society. By and large, they make very good employees, they're very dedicated, they really love getting a paycheck, and our feeling is that we really need to work hard at educating people in the San Diego community, both about the contribution that people with developmental disabilities can make to our community and the fact that agencies like TMI are here to help them go the distance they need to go to be contributing members of the society.
Thank you. Diana, you've been involved with TMI because of your son, Sean.
Correct.
How did you get connected with the organization?
That was actually about a 3-year process. When special needs children are in school, they're in school till they're 22 years old, and after that, there are a lot of different day programs that are available. There are hundreds of them available. And normally, you're told that about a year before, you should start looking for a program for your child. But being the overprotective mother that I am, I started about 3 years before looking at different programs. Like I said, there are hundreds of them out there, but I was specifically looking for a program where, number one, like any parent, where I would feel like my child was safe and happy. Yeah. But I also really wanted to find a program where I felt like he was respected as a person, where he could be social. He's such a social person. I wanted him to be able to interact with other people on all different levels. And I just really wanted to find a place where I felt like he could reach his full potential.
Well, based on that video, it seems like all of that has been accomplished. I know your son is employed at the TMI main office on Murphy Canyon Road in San Diego. And in that video, he just looks so happy at his job. I mean, who's happy at their job the way he is?
Oh, definitely, he is. He loves his job. He's so happy.
Is he just a naturally happy guy, or?
I would like to say that he was always that happy, and most of the time he is. But actually being at his job has been such a blessing for him. He loves it. His goal every day is to be Mr. Wonderful. I'm not sure how that started, but that's his goal every day, to be Mr. Wonderful. And I can't tell you how happy I am when I get that phone call at lunchtime where he leaves a message, if he doesn't get me, on the voicemail that says, "Hi, Mom, this is Sean. I love you. I'm being Mr. Wonderful."
Oh, and he is, I have firsthand experience, the best hugger.
Yes, he is.
Of all huggers.
Yes, absolutely.
How has having TMI in your life really affected your whole family?
Most of all, it's really given us a lot of peace. We know that he's in a place where he's safe, where he's happy, he's respected. Also, we've just found that he's able to do so much more than we thought before because of what he's learning on the job. He's doing more at home, and he's just really a happier person.
And he's getting real pay for real work.
Absolutely. He loves that.
Which is fun. Loves cashing those checks.
He does.
Absolutely. Kirby, one of our previous guests did speak to the challenges people with disabilities may face when seeking employment. Sure. But TMI even goes beyond the whole job and work issue into a person's home life. What are some of the challenges TMI does help people overcome when it comes to living arrangements?
One of the things we do at TMI is we help people with disabilities actually live in their own homes in the community. So the clients we help in that way live in their own apartments, and they're, up to their capability, in charge of what goes on in that apartment. So if they want to hang a picture on the wall or decide they want to have chicken for dinner, they get to do that. And TMI will bring somebody into the situation who can be a paid neighbor who's helping them a few hours a week with banking or shopping, or all the way up to a paid roommate who is a TMI employee who stays with them during the overnight period, works with them a few hours during the day, and helps them to maintain their independence. So we help with things like laundry, shopping, bill paying, and then, of course, learning skills of daily living, everything from making a sandwich to learning how to manage your own financial affairs and do banking.
Fantastic. Diana, I know you are so pleased with what TMI has meant to Sean and your family that you're really getting involved, giving back to the organization, have agreed to co-chair TMI's inaugural 5K for Independence that's going to be out at the Embarcadero next summer, actually this coming summer.
Right.
Now that's a big undertaking.
It is, it is. And first off, I just want to thank you, Carol, for being our honorary chair. We're really excited to have you on board for that.
Yeah, but the difference is I'm honorary. You're the one doing the heavy lifting.
True, but we might have you slicing oranges at some point.
I hope so. That's the most important. Hey, is there going to be a cute T-shirt?
Always. There has to be a T-shirt for a 5K.
Absolutely. All right. Of course, I'm sure that Diana, being the runner that she is, will be leading the pack, but how about the rest of us? Slowpokes or skateboarders, or can we cover the 3.1 miles differently?
We really want everyone to get involved. We will have a 5K, but it'll be a run or a walk, and then we'll also have a fun walk so that anyone can participate.
Fabulous. All right. Well, we'd love to have all of you there. So make plans now. Start training, carbo loading, whatever it takes. Carbo loading is the most fun part. TMI's 5K for Independence will take place this summer, June 29th, and all of you are welcome to help by joining a volunteer committee, maybe donating funds, or participating in the event. And Kirby, with some specifics in mind, what can people really expect? Because it's more than just covering 3.1 miles. There's going to be a lot going on there.
There will be a lot going on. We'll have the 5K and the fun walk, as Diana has said, and we're going to have entertainment and the sliced oranges, of course, have to have those. Yay. And we'll have food trucks there, and it will be a wonderful, fun event. And so we're really looking forward to having hundreds of people participate, adults, children, and of course people with disabilities.
Absolutely. And there's going to be that fun walk will be arranged so that someone with a disability can participate.
That's true. We do have folks who are our clients who have mobility issues, and we would certainly accommodate that. And not everyone's a runner.
So how do we register?
Well, registration will be through our website, and in just a few weeks we'll have it up on the TMI website. I think people will be able to see the TMI web address on their screen, so go to our website when you have an opportunity and sign up, but you can also call our phone number and let us know that you're interested in participating or in volunteering for the event, and we would welcome either.
And in addition to their 5K for Independence, there are many other ways to support TMI. Whether you're a local employer interested in hiring TMI clients, or perhaps someone looking to volunteer your time. If you'd like to learn more about how to get involved, simply visit TMI's website at tmi-inc.org. Kirby, Diana, it was such a pleasure meeting with you and learning more about the great work of TMI in our community. Thank you so much. Continued success, and God bless you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.